Hi, everybody. I hope that you all had a good weekend, and many of you, as you were sick, I wish speedy recovery, and I hope that you feel better. I'm here to explain next week's lesson. So, the lesson from January 10th to January 14th. Okay, let's see what we have for this week. Let me just share my screen. Go to our blog. And for for the week of January 10 to 14, I have filling out forms for the morning students and talking about family for the afternoon students. So we have two different things. Okay. Let's see, you remember yellow was for the morning, blue was for the afternoon, and if you see a green one, that was both for morning and afternoon students. Okay, so for Monday, I will ask you to watch the video that I'm making right now. And then we have the skill building for the morning students. You should already know many of these. So this is just practice, the personal information beginner. I'll make it bigger. There you go. So first name, last name, street, phone number, city. What city do we live in? You remember it's Windsor. And we live in the province of Ontario. ID, if they ask an ID, usually they ask a photo ID. That could be your passport, it could be your driver's license or health card that has a photo on it. Okay, address, you start with the number and then the street and then city, province, postal code. Okay, and the date. So as you remember, on the top, you have 5 different exercises. There's a good idea to copy these ones. So later on, when you have to do the filling and the dictation, you know how to spell these words. Okay, so match up. When you have here the speakers at the bottom, you listen, click on it. And it says phone number. So I put it next to the phone number. It's good for your reading too. Okay, when you finish with this exercise, you can always check your answers and then you go back, do exercise number 2. So what you have to do, Natalia would be a first name. So I take first name and I put it under the correct picture. Mr. Clark would be probably last name and then I put it there. Okay, then I have street, Calgary is a city, and so on. When you finish, you can check your answers. Good, good, good. We didn't do the rest. And then you go back and do exercise number 3. Exercise number 3 again is listening and matching with the correct picture. So I listen to the first one. It says date. I put it under the date. Okay. And then the last one, I think the fill in. Yes, that's why you have to copy in your notebook, because now it will be easy for you to write it correctly. So Natalia was first name. Yes, you have to type in street. Okay, so if you have it in a notebook, all you have to do, just pay attention and copy it correctly, and then you can check your answers. Okay, good. And the dictation is the same kind of thing. You click on the speaker, it says date, and then you just type it in. Okay, so this is one practice for the morning students, and there is one more practice. Personal information questions. When you go somewhere, sometimes they ask you these questions. What's your first name? Click on the speaker and repeat when you practice so you can improve your English. What's your first name? What's your last name? Where are you from? If you want, you can copy these ones. And again, you have the same kind of exercises here. Exercise 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So when you listen, it says, where are you from? And then you just type it in. You remember, because it's a question, you need a question mark at the end. And you always start with a capital letter. Okay, then you can check your answer. There you go. It's good. It's correct. Okay, so these two practices you have to do on Monday, and just if you are watching my video, then you're already doing a good job. Okay, for the afternoon students, this is just vocabulary. You don't have to send anything back to me for Monday. Okay, then for the afternoon students, I have the family tree. Different family relations. Okay, so it's a grandfather, grandmother. Grandfather and grandmother has a son and a daughter, which will be the father and the mother and the uncle. So this one is a son for the grandfather, grandmother, but here it says uncle. So it's all related to this. So this is you. So if these are your grandparents, then these are your father and mother. And you have a brother, you have a sister. Your uncle and aunt is your father's brother and your father's sister-in-law. And then your uncle and aunt's children are your cousins. So it's all because of me. The same kind of exercises like for the morning students, you listen here. It says sister and put it next to the correct word. This one says brother, I put it next to the brother word. Okay, when you finish, you can check your answer. Then you go back, do exercise number 2. All you have to do, just put it next to the correct picture. Which one is your sister? This is your baby sister. Who's your mother? This one. So remember, this is you. Okay, that's your father. This is your uncle. And finish it. When you finish, you can check your answers. So you just practice. Then you have exercise number 3. And when you listen, it says cousins. So these are your cousins. This is your aunt. And then you just put it under the correct picture. You can check your answers, then you go back and fill in. That's why it was a good idea if you copied in your notebook. Now you can just type here and you know how to. Oh, this was grandfather, not father. Grandfather, grandmother, mother, father, sister, brother, cousins, uncle, aunt. Okay, you just type it in. And then you check your answers, and then the dictation. It says father, so all you have to do, just type it in. Okay, so they were only these 2 practices for the afternoon students and 2 practices for the morning students. And please copy these words in your notebook so you know how to use it, how to spell it later on. Okay, then you have another family tree for the afternoon students with more family related vocabulary. Now you have wife and husband, they have a son, they have a daughter, then they have a grandchild. You have sister, brother-in-law, niece, and nephew, and son-in-law. Okay, the same exercises 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 at the top, and then just practice it. Okay, so for Monday, all you have to do, watch the video, and for the morning students, practice these 2, and afternoon students practice the other 2. Okay. For Tuesday, 9 o'clock, we have a morning, we have a class in Carolina's room for the morning students. 10 o'clock, we have a class for the afternoon students. And let's see what we have for the morning students for Tuesday, but I will explain more. So it's just questions that we already did last week. So mostly the same thing. Please answer in full sentences. Some of you didn't answer in full sentences. We will do this because I will need this for the application form. Many applications, you have to apply for a passport. You have to apply for a family doctor. They will give you a form to fill out. So full name. My full name is. My first name is. Do you have a middle name? I will explain on Tuesday what middle name is. Some people have a middle name, some people don't. What's your middle name? If you have a middle name, you can say, my middle name is Maria. If you don't have a middle name, you say, I don't have a middle name. Where are you from? We practiced. What is your first language? What city do you live in? I live in Windsor. What is the name of your province? I live in Ontario, or you can say the name of my province is Ontario. I will explain more on Tuesday. I live in Canada. What is your gender? Male, female, or X? If you don't want to tell anybody your gender, you can just circle X. This is something new. What's your address? Number, street, apartment number, city, province, postal code, and country. Country, Canada. And then I will explain more. D will be for the day, Y is for the year, M is for the month, and I gave you some examples here. Okay, so this is one that you will have to send me back. And there is also an application for name and surname. So this way, the name will be your first name and surname is your last name. So you can put here Carolina, comma, Gombos. Okay, date of birth. That's a whole date of birth. So you have to say month, day, and year. Place of birth. Maybe you were born in Iraq. Maybe you were born in Nepal. Maybe you were born in Bhutan. Maybe you were born in Brazil. Health. Are you perfect? Always good? Very good? Good health? Fair? So-so? And poor? Always sick. I will explain again this on Tuesday. How tall are you? How many kilograms or pound you weigh? What's your favorite sport? Maybe basketball, maybe soccer, maybe something else, maybe swimming. What's your favorite food? Dolma, I don't know, salad, soup. Hobbies, something that you like to do? Watch TV, read a book. These are the hobbies. I will explain that. So this was for the morning students for Tuesday. For the afternoon students, many questions again about your family, but we'll practice these ones on Tuesday. How many children do you have? How many brothers do you have? How old are your children? Who do you live with? I live with my husband and 2 children. I live with my mom and sister and husband. Okay. Do you have any family in other countries? Yes, I have a sister in USA. I have a brother in Australia, or I don't have any other family in other countries. We'll be practicing on Tuesday. Okay. So for Wednesday, for the morning, I have this rental application form. It's very easy. I will make it bigger. So here it says, what's number 1? Abul Kadir, Samek. Samek, number 1 would be last name, I believe. Where is it? Okay, middle name, middle initial J. Number 2, that will be middle initial, and I will explain that again. It's the first letter in the middle name. Then you have number 3 would be phone number. No, sorry, that's not a phone number. Mission Street, that's an address. That's an address. There you go. You have, okay. Then this is a date. Female is the gender. 11 would be gender. Email, phone. Do you have pets? First name, sin, city. Do you have date of birth? Middle initial, male. Oh, yeah, male. Male and female, yes. They cleared it out. So this would be a phone number. This would be a date, number 9. Number 8 will be an email address if I make it bigger. So you can see better. There you go. Toronto is a city. Ontario is a province. L1R4A7, that will be postal code. So all you have to do on the right side here, click on this and pick the correct answer. Do you have children? Number 12. Do you have children? Okay, so this is one practice for the morning one. And there is one more that you can send back to me. So family name, you just have to take this one and put it there. Family name, maybe McDonald. What is your given name? Given name is also your first name, so maybe Mike. Middle initial age, maybe for Henry, it's only age. Gender would be maybe male. Okay, let me make it bigger. Date of birth would be, it cannot be 2021 date of birth because then you wouldn't have to fill this out. So 1985 maybe. Phone number and so on. All you have to do, just put these ones in the correct places. Hobbies, what are the hobbies? Playing hockey. Education level, it would be college degree, so you finished college. Work experience maybe would be Walmart greeter. Okay, so I will explain again more on Tuesday. Okay, so just all you do, put them, and today's date, that would be the 2021. When you finish, click on the finish button, please, and put your name and click on send so the teacher can see that you did your homework. Okay. And for the afternoon students, there are 2 listening practices. This listening practice, all you have to do, click on the little player, the recording. And this is actually a nice little song. It says, this is my wonderful family. So I take wonderful and I put it there. You can stop it while you are doing this. You stop it and then you can play it. It says, this is my mommy. Surprise, surprise. This is my mommy. So I'm taking mommy and I'm putting here. Okay, then I go up here and I can play it again. So listen to the song and put these ones in the correct places. It's very cute little song. And then you can listen and practice family relationship. Okay, then let's go and see the second one. The second one, you click on the speaker, click here, and listen. I'm reading some questions, and I say, for example, my uncle's son is my who? And all you have to do, just click on the correct answer. Only one answer per row, okay? One answer for number 1, pick one for number 2, pick one for number 3. And if you want, when you finish, click again, listen. And check your answers before you send it to me, okay? Before you click on the finish button. So this is like the practice test. And then Thursday, we have the lesson at 9 o'clock for the morning students and 10 o'clock for the afternoon students in Carolina's room. And I will be explaining the writing assessment for the morning students and the listening test for the afternoon students, which will be the same as the one practice on Wednesday. So this will be your writing test, very easy. You have to write your last name, your first name. I will ask you to copy everything the same. I will explain it on Thursday. Okay, so everything I want you to copy the same way because you will get a pass or no pass for copying this under the new patient form. So the address and phone number. If you copy correctly everything, then you will have a pass. And then you will have a pass or no pass for filling out your own information. Okay, don't forget you sign your paper and put the day when you do the test. Okay, so that will be actually 2 different tests. One is copying information and the other one is filling out the form for the morning students. This is for the teacher. I just want to see what you did. If you put the first name, last name correctly, if you put the street number and street name correctly, if you did everything, you need 17 points out of 22 to pass. Okay, and for the afternoon students, I will have this listening test. The same thing as we did, you have to do on Wednesday for the practice test. You listen, then pick one that you think is correct. For example, if it says, my mother's son, who is my mother's son? My mother's son is my brother. So only one, you remember, one good answer for one good answer for two, one good answer for number three, one good answer for number four, and so on. And at the end, I also put again the player here. So you click again, check your answers, and then when you think you did good, then you click on the finish button. Okay. Friday, because it's a PBLA day, there won't be classes. So you will have your test on Thursday, a listening test for the afternoon student, and a writing test for the morning students. Okay, so that's it for this week. So we'll have a 4-day week next week, and you should be able to do this test. It's like just reviewing stuff you already learned about family last semester and in level 1, 2, and also your last name, address, and everything. We did it last week and also last semester. So good luck, everybody, and see you on Tuesday at 9 o'clock morning students and 10 o'clock afternoon students. Bye, everybody.